We are constantly exposed to external stimulation that even reading for 5 minutes feels like a chore. If you start your day by looking at your phone, or if you can't even watch a movie without scrolling to TikTok simultaneously, this is when you know that your dopamine receptors are overloaded. This is why you constantly seek out external stimulation. You are addicted to a glowing rectangle without even realizing it. If you have a screen time of 5 hours a day, that sums up to 75 days a year. You just being on your phone. Do you know how you could use that time? What you could learn in that time? What skills you could develop in that time? No? Well, maybe you will get to know after you watch this video. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to break down the danger of the phone addiction and ways how to overcome it. So the first thing you need to know is why. Why are we becoming addicted to our phones? The reason is dopamine. Using your phone triggers the release of dopamine, a chemical that will make you feel good. So dopamine is a reward hormone, okay? It plays a big role when it comes to pleasure and also reward and motivation. So every time you are using your phone, scrolling through TikTok, to Instagram, to every other app, your brain releases more dopamine. And slowly, your brain starts to associate this glowing rectangle of a phone with dopamine and with gratification and happiness. The brain is at this point where it associates your phone with a pleasure source. This is when it's already dangerous. Because every time your brain seeks out pleasure, even subconsciously, you will just grab your phone. Because you know, okay, looking at my phone will release dopamine in my head, in my brain. But our dopamine receptors are basically overloaded. It's not normal to be exposed to as much stimulation as we are exposed now. It's not normal. It was never the case before. So people now, they don't really know how to deal with this. They just doom scroll the whole day. They don't know how to focus on anything else. And as I said, even reading for like just 10 minutes feels like a big chore. Because not only the dopamine is a problem, but also your concentration. You're just not used to focus on one thing for a long period of time. Even if you watch a TikTok, the TikTok is like maximum a minute or two long. Like you scroll and scroll and scroll, and at the end of the day, you scroll to 500 TikToks, but do you remember one of them? I want you to tell me the last TikTok you watched. Do you remember it? If not, you know, is it really good to do that? What you probably don't realize is that these apps you are constantly on are designed to keep you hooked. They have programmers that work really hard to make sure that you stay on this app as long as possible. I suggest you to watch The Social Dilemma. I think it's on Netflix. And you can see there how hard they work, you know, to keep you hooked on this app. Because the longer you stay on the app, the more advertisement you are going to see and the more money this app is going to make. Remember something, okay? If something is free, you are the product. If an app is free, you are the product. Your data is the product, your attention is the product, everything. Another reason that could play a big role on being addicted to your phone is the fear of missing out. We are so used to see what other people are doing 24/7 that now we have this feeling that we have to watch what they do. But I promise you, it's more important for you to focus on yourself and to invest time and energy into yourself than to know what influencer, I don't know, is going to eat for breakfast today. It's not going to change your day. It's not going to give you something good. It's not going to improve your day to know that they ate a banana for breakfast or to know that they are moving into their new house next week. What do you have of this? Nothing. You just watch it and you neglect your own life. Prioritize yourself. No one is more important to invest your energy into than yourself. No celebrity, no influencer, no YouTuber, no one. Start bringing this energy into yourself instead of sending all of it outwards. Another reason for why you could be addicted of your phone is that you want to escape yourself. Every addiction is an attempt to escape yourself. Ask yourself, what emotion do I try to escape from? What emotion, what memory, what feeling, what I don't know. As I said, if you are constantly seeking out pleasure in whatever ways and being on your phone the whole time is another way, you are escaping from a very significant part of yourself. And the problem nowadays is that there is no balance between consuming and creating. Most of people just consume other people's life on social media and they don't create anything creative with their phones. If you just use your phone to consume but you don't create anything, you are basically a customer. You don't know it yet, but you are a customer. People will try to sell you things, they will try to make you hooked, they will try to keep you on the websites to increase the advertisement rates. You are the customer. There are people making thousands of dollars every month using their phone. You are not one of them. You are scrolling through TikTok, watching 500 TikToks a day, and you don't even remember a single one at the end of the day because your mind is basically purging out all that you try to force into yourself. Doom scrolling the whole day, watching unnecessary stuff with the attention span of a 2-year-old, and then proceeding with your life feeling like a failure because you have just watched another influencer that promotes overconsumption by opening 50 PR packages in one video while repetitively telling you how grateful they are. So how can you overcome this phone addiction? If you watch this video, you are no longer in denial and think that it's totally normal to spend 8 hours in front of a glowing rectangle. You want to change something and you took the first step by clicking onto this video and watching it. You know that it's a repeating cycle that only stops the second you take action and use your free will to choose challenge over comfort. The first thing you have to really ask yourself and be really honest to yourself. Ask yourself why. What is this giving me? What do I try to escape from? How do I feel by observing the lives of totally strangers? What kind of emotions arise when I have my phone? If you know your why, half of the work is already done because you stop lying to yourself. And lying to yourself is a big part of every addiction because everyone who is addicted to something is in denial at first. They lie to themselves, oh, it's not that bad, I'm not that addicted, but look at your screen time right now. Look at your screen time and then sum it up to a year. As I said, even a screen times of just 5 hours a day sums up to 75 days a year. 75 days where you just throw your life away. That's like 25% a year. Create routines. It will be really challenging for you for the first weeks, but trust me, you have to have these routines. If you wake up and you immediately know, okay, the first thing I do after waking up is, I don't know, meditating for 5 minutes, then you will automatically do this over time. It's like you automatically grab at your phone the second you wake up, like you are doing now. It has become a habit. You just need to release these old habits and start creating new habits. Ask yourself what kind of dream or perfect routine you would like to have. Like the best version of yourself. What kind of routine do they have? A routine for the morning, for the night, if you want to, even for the evening. But make sure that you have set routines. Within these routines, you create non-negotiable things. Non-negotiable things are things you're going to do every day, no matter how tired you are, no matter how unmotivated you are, things you know that will improve your day. For example, for me, it's meditating. Sometimes I don't want to meditate. I don't feel like doing it, but I do it. I force myself to do it because I know at the end of meditating, just for 10 minutes, I feel better. So create non-negotiables within your routines, things that you stick to no matter what. And then you create negotiables, things that you stick to if you feel like it, if you want to, like you try to do these every day, but even if it doesn't work every day, you still have these non-negotiables that make you feel like you accomplished something. Set limits. Create time limits for these apps. Create a time limit on how long you want to spend every day on your phone and stick to that limit. Reward yourself with something like you can say, okay, if I stick to this limit for 1 month, I will reward myself by, I don't know, traveling to some city I wanted to go to like forever. Replace short time pleasure with long time pleasure. Mute notifications. You don't owe it to anyone to reply immediately. Back in the days, you know, they had to ring at your door to talk to you, or they had to send you a letter. Like, let's bring back those days. I'm tired of people who think that I owe it to them to be available 24/7. This is not normal. It appears normal because we all have this glowing rectangle in our hands 24/7. So everyone has pretty much access to us every time, 24/7. It's not normal. Another thing I suggest you is to set the colors of your phone to black and white. You can do this in your settings, because the less colors you have on your phone, the less dopamine is going to be released when you use it, because it's not visually pleasing anymore. You can just hack your brain by doing such small things. Get clear on what you are really missing out. As I said, if you use your phone for 5 hours a day, there are 75 days a year, 25% a year, where you just use your phone. If you use that time and invest it into yourself by learning a new skill, learning a new language, a new instrument, whatever, spending time in nature, spending time with family, because trust me, you can replace a broken phone, but you can't replace a loved one once they die. So spend that limited time you have with them. Do something beneficial with your time, something that will be a reward to you years from now, months from now, whatever. Prioritize yourself. Rather than consuming someone else's life, go and live your own. You don't want to spend your whole life being the audience of someone else. You want to create your own memories, your own life, your own skills. Think about even getting a clap phone. I have this small Nokia phone. I can't find it. I think it's in my car. But I have this small Nokia phone. And do you want to know what I do when my introvert face is hitting? Because it's pretty much often hitting. I'm just reachable on this phone. And my 3 best friends have this number from this phone. They can call me. But every other one, I'm not there. You don't have access to me. You can't reach me. It's very important. Come to my house. If you don't know my address, can it be that important to me? Create a balance between consuming and creating. You are not here to just watch others. Turn your energy inwards. Create something, paint, do something like create music. I don't know, whatever you like to do, but create something. Even if you have a lot of pain in yourself, creating something out of this pain is so beneficial, because you turn this pain into art, and this will release a lot of it. Trust me, I have been doing this for years. I was into painting, I was into writing poetries. I write poetries up to this day. I write texts up to this day. It helps me to get rid of these emotions. And you can do this too. Instead of reading the poetries of others, go and create your own. Go write a book. Who stops you? Like, there are humans out there who do everything, and you think, oh, I can't write a book. Oh, I can't write poetry. You can. You just stop yourself from doing so by believing that you can't. So in conclusion, stop checking your phone first things first. Ask yourself why. Create a routine and stick to that routine. Set a limit. Mute notifications and don't feel guilty about this. You don't owe it to anyone to be accessible. Set your phone to black and white. Create a balance between consuming and creating. And get clear on what you're really missing out by spending so much time on your damn phone. You know, I feel like I'm your mother now. Because maybe I am. Maybe I'm your mother, you know? Like, spend less time on the damn phone. Back in the days, the internet was like an escape from the real world. Now, the real world is an escape from the internet, because it's so normal for us to spend the whole day in this digital world. And trust me, once you do these things and break this addiction, you will realize how much more time you will have, because time is an illusion. And if you spend that time with things that are beneficial, you will feel like that the day has like 50 hours. Like, if I don't use my phone a lot in a day, Salem, I swear to you guys, I feel like as if I put like 2 or 3 days into one. You deserve to live, and living doesn't equal sticking to a phone 24/7 and missing out on your real life and your real life experiences. Thank you for watching this video. I love you and take care of you. And close your phone after this video. I watch you.